Hello friends, in today's lecture we are going to see the exam pattern of MPSC prelims and mains. Okay, so let's start from the MPSC prelims. We all know MPSC prelims consists two papers called paper 1 and paper 2. Generally, paper 1 is known as paper of the general studies. Okay, so in paper 1 we have 100 questions for 200 marks, and the standard of all these questions is equivalent to your degree. Okay, and the medium of prelims exam is English or Marathi. You can choose any one of them. But in prelims paper, you find the question is translated in both the languages. Okay. Even if choose English, you can see the translated version of the same question in Marathi. Okay. The duration of paper 1 is 2 hours, and the nature of paper 1 is objective. The what is objective? Objective means in your is like MCQ type. Okay. I hope you understand the pattern of paper 1. Now let's move to the paper 2. The paper 2, we generally this paper known as the paper of CSAT. Okay. So the CSAT paper consists 80 questions for 200 marks, and the level of, or you can say the standard of the questions is equivalent to your 10th class. Okay, and the medium, duration, and nature of paper 2 is similar to your paper 1. That means duration is also 2 hours, and the nature is objective. Okay, I hope all of your doubts are clear. If you have any doubts regarding the eligibility and any other thing, you can ping me on my Instagram handle. My Instagram handle is a.g.magar. Okay. If you don't have any doubt here, let's move to further slide. Okay. Now pay attention here. This is one of the most important slide. Okay. So let's see the first point here. Candidates should note that there is negative marking for incorrect answer. Okay, so that means in paper 1 and paper 2 we have a negative marking system. Okay, now let's move to the second point. For every incorrect answer, the candidate will be penalized. Okay? 1/4 of the marks allocated to that question. Now see here, I want to clear doubt. Many students have this doubt. Okay, now what it says, one penalized 1/4 of the marks allocated to that question. Okay, so now in prelims paper we have uh, 2 marker questions. All are 2 marker questions. Okay, so 1/4 of the 2 is nothing but 0.5. Okay, that means for every wrong answer, sir, 0.5 marks are going to deducted from your total. Okay, I hope I clear this. Now let's move to the third point. The questions on decision making. The beginner who don't know what is decision making, don't worry. In next lecture I will discuss all the small topics and the main topics of CSAT syllabus elaborately. Okay, so now pay attention here. The question on decision making do not attract negative marking. That means this section of decision making, mostly you see these questions from 74 to 18 paper 2. Okay, so this section of decision making do not have any negative marking. Okay, in MPSC both paper 1 and paper 2 are counted for the merit ranking for qualifying for the MPSC mains. Okay, if you see in the UPSC, only paper 1 marks are counted for the merit ranking, and paper 2 is only qualifying in nature. But in MPSC, both paper 1 and paper 2 are counted for merit ranking. So, for 2023 aspirants, you have to pay attention on both the papers in paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, now let's move to the fifth point, prelims marks are not counted for final market list. Okay, now I will clear it. Suppose A gives MPSC prelims, okay, and he got 120 marks. Then he qualified for the mains and got 700 marks, and in interview he got 100 marks. Okay, so at the for the final merit list, only mains plus interview, that is 800 marks will be considered. This 120 is only for the ticket of your mains. Okay, I hope I clear all of your doubts. So now let's move to the next slide. Okay, now we all know MPSC mains is now going to be descriptive in nature. Okay, it's not objective anymore. So let me divide the marks in section wise. Okay, for the written examination we have 1750 marks. Okay, total 9 papers. Okay, we are going to see all these papers, don't worry. For interview we have 275 marks, and the total is I think 2025. Okay, you got it. Written examination 1750, for the interview 275, total 2025. Let's move. Okay, now here detailed exam pattern of MPSC mains 2023. Okay, so our first paper is for the Marathi language. Okay, and the second paper is English language. Both papers weightages for the both these paper are for 300 marks, 300 marks, and the allotted time is same also, 3 hours. The standard of the questions is equivalent to your 10th class, and the medium is English or Marathi. Okay, in Marathi paper the questions are in Marathi, and in English the questions are in English. Okay, but here is one more hack is here. Let me explain. Both this paper 1 and paper 2 are qualifying in nature. What it means? That means you have to take 25 marks to qualify. Okay? That means you have to take 75 marks in Marathi and 75 marks in English. Okay. Now suppose A, who gives exam, did not take 75 marks or failed to achieve this 25% marks in Marathi or English. So how it impact his score? Okay, if A don't get 75 marks in Marathi or English, the next paper essay, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 are not going to check. Okay, so both of these papers are also important, but not like that. This paper 1 and paper 2 are only qualifying nature. Okay, I hope you understand. Now your paper 3 is essay. Okay, you have to write 2 essays in 3 hours, and its weightage is 250 marks, and the standard, or you can say the level of essays, is equivalent to your graduation, and its medium is English or Marathi. Okay, but here mains is different from prelims. Okay, suppose A and B both give exams, and A choose English as a medium, then his whole question paper is only in English. Okay, and he has to write all his answer in only English language. And suppose now B opt Marathi as his medium, then his whole question paper is in Marathi language only, and he have to write all the answers in Marathi language. Okay, I hope you don't have any doubt till. If you have any, you can write me or send me message on my Instagram. My Instagram ID is a.g.magar. Okay, now our paper 4 paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4 is GS1. Okay. Now here I only give you the introduction of exam pattern. In the next lecture, we are going to see the detailed syllabus of all these paper. Okay. Now I am going to telling you only the headings. In GS1, you have history, geography, society, art, and culture. Okay. So this whole GS1's weightage is 250 marks, and the time for all these papers is same. Okay, you can see 3 hours, and all of your general studies papers, the level of all of your general studies paper is equivalent to your graduation, and medium is one of the one of them, like English or Marathi. It depends on you. Okay. Now let's move to the paper 5. Paper 5 is your general studies 2. This paper contain your constitution, governance, international relations. Okay. Um, Other things are same for GS2 also, like marks, standard, and medium. In GS3, you have economy, science and tech, environment, and I think more internal security part is, and disaster management, which is the subtopic of your environment also. Okay, it's in GS3, and the most important of your whole preparation is GS4, general studies 4. This paper is a game changer. Okay, so you have to focus on essay and GS4 if you want to be a topper in MPSC 2023. The GS4 consists ethics, integrity, and aptitude. Other things are common in all papers. Okay. Now your paper 8 and paper 9. You have two papers of optional paper 1 and optional paper 2. For your whole optional is 500 marks. Okay. Now you see here only pattern. In the next lecture, I am going to discuss advantage, disadvantage of each and every optional and how to choose optional. Okay. So now let's see here what is the pattern of our exam. So in suppose your age optionally sociology. Okay. So he have to write two papers of sociology called paper 1 and paper 2. So your whole optionally consists 500 marks. Okay, and the standard of this optional papers is equivalent to your graduation. Okay, I hope you understand the exam pattern of MPSC prelims and mains. If you still have any doubt regarding the eligibility or form filling or any other doubt, you can write me on Insta. Okay, for a.g.magar, or on Telegram. Okay, you should join this Telegram because all the notification of the upcoming lectures where I am going to discuss about the syllabus of your all GS papers and the how to choose your optional wisely. Okay, so you don't have to miss all these important lectures. So you have to subscribe the channels, or you can join this Telegram. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel.